My name is Sanfordam Ponsa, aka CashMo, and this is CashMoTv. And today I'm talking to a lady who has been able to go through the most. I don't even know how to describe it, but for what I've heard about pharmacy school, it's not a joke. So stay tuned to see who I'm talking to on Journey to Success right here on CashMoTv. Now make sure you subscribe, and make sure you hit the bell icon to get all the notifications once I upload a video. So stay tuned and let's learn, inspire, and also get motivation from this young, amazing lady. All right, once again, this is CashMoTv, and today I'm here with the one and only Silvia Opoku, the new grad from D Ohio State.
Yes.
D Ohio
Don't
State.
forget the D.
If you don't say the D Ohio State, and I'm still trying to find out what that D means so much to Ohio State students, because I don't know, but
It's important.
it's very important. It's very important, lady. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
That's great. That's great. Today you are here. We want to know your journey to success, to pharmacy school, the good, the bad, the tears, the disappointment, the anxiety, everything that you went through to inspire the next person who's thinking about going through this journey, what they can look to, or what they can, and anything they can suspect through this long journey here. So that's what we're here to talk about. But who is Silvia Opoku, if I may ask?
Wow.
It's not a dumb question, right?
Great interview question. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. Like I said, we don't do interview. This is a conversation now.
Yes.
That's right.
Well, my name is Silvia. What can I say about myself? I am, well,
You can say I'm rich.
no, I'm not rich. Still broke. But I have been in the U.S. since I was 9.
Okay.
From Italy, we came here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
One of these Italianos,
Italiano. Okay. Okay.
So,
Can you still speak?
I don't know.
Nothing?
That's the first question everyone asks, but no,
Wow.
I've forgotten it all.
Okay. All right.
But came here when I was 9 and been, driven, Ghanaian parents.
Right.
They tell you school, and that's what I've been doing, and I'm finally done, which is nice.
Wow. School, and now you're finally done.
Yeah.
So let's look at it this way. Let's take it from high school. So you graduate from high school, and was this the path that you wanted to go, or was it something that, once again, our African parents
pushed on
you? Like, was this your passion to go to pharmacy school when you got done with high school, or your dad came home and said, "Hey, Sylvia, Madam Fubi says say pharmacy school, sika won papa anti ochina me do Ohio State. Now my papa register. Now I day what the courses was it something, was it your passion?"
Okay, so actually back in middle school is when this all started.
Wow.
So we had this.
For the Lego say the agrono now.
It's middle school. Nobody plays with Legos.
Yeah, you are right. You are right.
So we had this project where we had to interview and shadow someone.
Okay.
And one of my aunts, Auntie Jane, she is a pharmacist at Mount Carmel.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, well, I don't know anyone else who is in the medical field. I know I wanted to be in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I shadowed her, and I knew her hours. I knew that it was flexible. She has a family and all of that.
Okay.
So that's what really pushed me. Because at first I wanted to be a pediatrician, but that's a lot of schooling, more than pharmacy even. And, being on call and all those things, I knew it wasn't for me.
Okay.
So that's where it all started. So it wasn't really my parents. It was more of me being an overachiever and wanting to be in the medical field and help people. So, yeah.
Awesome. So you got inspired through an aunt, right? And what happened when you made that decision to say, hey, I want to go to pharmacy school. How was that conversation like with your parents? Was they amazed? Did they like it? Did they want you to do nursing? Did they want you to do? Did they want you to become a doctor? How was that like? How did they accept that conversation?
So, as the firstborn, I am the one who everyone looks up to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I had to set a good example.
Mm.
So the fact that I wanted to be in pharmacy school, they were happy about that, of course.
I know your brother's like, I did. Now I can't become a barber.
Right.
I want to cut hair.
So yeah, they were happy. They were very supportive. They knew I could do it. So yeah, I got started, and I mean, they know how I am, like
Right.
work ethic and school and everything. So I've been working hard at it all my life. So they knew I could get into it and succeed. Yeah.
All right. So take us through that journey when you started college. How was that like, knowing the go ahead, knowing the journey ahead of you? How was that feeling like, and what did you basically went through with that?
Okay, so first I started out at Columbus State, actually.
Okay.
For the first year,
Okay.
because I was advised.
Shout
by
out to
many,
CS.
Yes.
Yeah, it's still a good school, man.
It is.
Don't be sleeping on CS. Yeah.
I was advised that the first year, really the first 2 years of college, are just general ed, where you can do it anywhere.
Okay.
So why not do it somewhere where it's cheaper?
Mm.
So I started out there for my first year, and then transferred to OSU my second year.
Okay.
And that's when I got like my first job. So all through high school and stuff, I didn't work. It was just school.
Mm.
So that's when I first started my first job. So juggling those two things was really difficult for
Okay.
me. And, I had my ups and downs. My grades were not where I wanted to be when I transferred to
What
OSU.
was it, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, you don't need
You
to
don't
know.
need to know. I bet it was
Just
better than
know.
mine.
Just know that you can, when you put your mind to something, you can do it. Like, no matter if you fail a class. I failed a class, trust me. You might not believe it, but
I know a whole bunch of that.
Yes,
Yeah, I
and
did a few myself.
it's hard, but once you know what you need to get to,
Right.
you'll do whatever you need to do. Yeah.
Okay, so once again, we're still here on Journey to Success with our sister Silvia Opoku. Her price just went up triple. So to all the
Stop.
fellas out there that's watching, if you are gonna come with a bag, make sure you come with a bag. Oh, you know those bottle bags from Ghana that they put the maize and things in. And you'll be there, so the bra. Because right now
What
she's
about
now
Ghana
a
must go
pharmacist.
back?
And no crying. At least one step in the down kakamo, so we can take that. Yeah. So all right. So let's get into you get into college, and how long did it take you to get into the program? And then when you get into the program, what was the hardest part about starting that? Starting.
Okay. So for OSU, in order to get into pharmacy school, you have to do your undergrad. You have to get a bachelor's degree first.
Okay.
They're changing that now, but at the time you had to get your 4 years undergrad. So I started out as a biochem major,
Okay.
but that was too much math. Yeah. So I quickly switched.
I agree.
I quickly switched to pharmaceutical science, which was
Okay.
more aligned with pharmacy anyway. So I think that was a good aid. There were many science classes. So if you want to get into pharmacy school, you'll have to take the general chemistry, OChem, which everyone hates, physics, which is not that easy. A lot of math classes.
Wow.
But
I fail.
so those are the basic things that they want you to take, and they look forward to how well you do.
Right.
Then you apply. So you apply, and then they'll tell you whether you got in or not.
Okay. So how was that excitement like when you opened that letter that say you finally got into pharmacy school? How was it like? What did you say? Yeah, How was that feeling like?
Oh no! So I interviewed on a Saturday, and the Monday is when I got.
So you gotta go to interview.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
I did not know that.
So they look at your grades. There's an exam called the PCAT,
Okay.
which they look at that too. They look at what you've been doing undergrad, like
Okay.
if you've been working at a pharmacy,
Okay.
and then the interview. So if you're not good at interviewing, I'm sorry,
Wow.
try something else. I'm just
Wow.
kidding. No, you can do it.
Right.
So after the interview on Saturday, then throughout the whole weekend, I'm like, oh my goodness, what is gonna happen? Monday.
Empire Hood.
Oh,
Shabba-ba-ba-ba.
hey, and yes, and not like that.
Okay.
But so the Monday, I was in like class. I was at break during class, and then I got the email, and it said, "Congratulations, you have been accepted to the Ohio State University
Ohio State. Okay.
College of Pharmacy," and I was ecstatic.
Wow.
Yeah, I was very happy. I applied to just 3 schools.
Okay.
OSU, Cincinnati, and Neomed, all in Ohio.
Okay.
But OSU is where I wanted to be, so getting into it was a dream come true. Yeah.
Once again, we are outside, so if you hear all these noise and the trucking and stuff like that, you're normal. Like I told you, my interviews are not interviews. This is conversation. So I'm doing it. I'm outside with the most anticipated woman of the month.
Oh,
that's what I would call her. And the bro for now, you cry off and anyway. So you get into the program, and what are the challenges? What should people expect when they are making this decision, and when they get into the program? What should people expect, and what was some of the challenges that you face?
Okay, so expect long hours in a classroom. So
how long are we talking here?
8 a.m. to 4.
8 a.m. to 4.
Mm-hmm. 3 days a week, and then on the other 2 days, it's half a day.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a full-time job basically. Yeah. So expect long hours, expect a lot of studying outside of class. And see, 8 to 4, no, you're not done. Then if you have a job at the pharmacy, you work, let's say 5 to 9 or 5 to 10. Then you go to home and you have to study. So maybe you go to sleep 12, 1 a.m. if it's not a test day.
Wow.
And yeah.
And if it's a test day, how long you normally up studying?
It depends. Sometimes you pull an all-nighter. Depends on the test and how confident you feel in it. So maybe you might get 2 hours of sleep before a big test, and you just truck it through.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, so that's one thing. You have to be good with time management. That's very important. If not, you're just going to watch Netflix all the time, and then you're going to fail all your tests. So time management is very important. Okay, I'm going to do this at this time, this at this time. That'll help you succeed.
Wow. Wow. So let's talk about the challenges. What did you face? Like that one point where it's like, okay, that's it, marry. I say they're married because family in school, they're married. Crying to your dad or crying to your mom, or what was the point? What was some of the challenges that you went through that we can, let the next person that's thinking about going through this journey be aware of what's coming ahead the road?
Okay, so the first year, I actually was like, oh, this isn't that bad. They were tricking me.
They were tricking you. You said, that's a pharmacist school.
It's Wayne almost there. Yeah, I don't know. No, it wasn't bad. You know, I think that they eased us into it. But when we started learning about the drugs and how they work in the body, like the therapeutics class, there were some tests you would come out of, you're like, am I even smart? Like, how did I get in? I don't think I can do this.
Right.
But because of God and my mom's constant prayers.
Hele Baba.
I got through it. So challenges would be all the tests. We had at least one test every week or 2. So knowing how to, like again I said, time management, how to manage your time and making sure that you're getting the material, not waiting until the last minute. Because sometimes you get all this stuff, if you don't try and study every day, at the end of the week, you're overwhelmed.
Right.
And that's the biggest thing. Right. The how much you learn in a week, and then having to retain it for a test. Okay. So that's a big challenge. Yeah.
That's a big challenge. Once again, this is CashMoTv, Journey to Success, and I'm here with Sister Silvia Opoku. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon. We are in this just having a good conversation, just to help the next person who's thinking about going to this path to know what to expect. Because I know for everyone I've talked to about pharmacy school, it's not a joke at all. So let's look into this. What did you not know about pharmacy school till you got it? What kind of took you by surprise, or what did you learn about some type of drugs that you like, hey, wow, this one I didn't know?
But okay, so I thought it would be a lot of math and science, right? Which the first year, yes, you have a lot of that. But going forward, therapeutics is more about the drugs that we already have. How do they work? So you have to know, okay, Tylenol. How does it, when you take it, all of a sudden your pain goes away? How does that happen?
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I would love to get to another interview to get into some of these drugs, how it works.
Hey, go to pharmacy school.
Hey, Raddy. Oh dear, young boy.
You're trying to take my job by now.
Oh, no. It's just sometimes it's just weird, like how it works to numb the pain down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was something I wasn't expecting. And then also just, what can I say? It's not all about school.
Okay.
So they don't expect you to just, all that you do is study. They know that doing that, you're going to burn out and then you'll quit.
Right.
So there's sometimes our teachers will come in, they'll bring us candy, we'll just relax.
Okay.
After a big exam, they know that we need to relax, so that's what they'll do. What are some things? Man, this is a hard question.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. It's good
my
enough.
thing, I'm a planner.
Okay.
So when I'm about to get into something, I research it up and down, side to side. I ask everyone. So I knew what I was getting into for the most part. Yeah. So just know it's not easy, but I think as long as you're motivated, you can do it.
You can do it.
Yeah.
So how long did it take you to get done?
So it's 4 years undergrad and then 4 years of pharmacy school.
All right.
So 8 years total.
Okay, that's good. 8 years total. And what was that like when you finally know that you come to the finish line and you receive that graduation letter from the Ohio State that, hey, this is how was the final process to knowing that you're about to be done? How was that like?
So our last exam was last year. So my third year of school was my last exam.
Okay.
That was the most nerve-wracking exam ever, because it's like, wow, this is the last thing that I need to do to graduate.
Right.
Because our last year we go to different settings to basically on-the-job training. So when I finished that exam, I was so happy. I was like, okay, now I'm basically done now. I just need to get through this year of learning more. And then because of coronavirus, as we all know, graduation plans were kind of dampened, I was still happy to be done, but I wish I could celebrate with everyone,
Right. And we was going to turn up, what I'm saying?
I know. Like, there was a whole party planned.
Yeah, it was a party planned, and I got the call, and it's like...
Yeah, you're about to DJ and...
Yeah.
But, hey, life happens. Life happens. And so, I mean, I was happy. I was excited. My friends and family made sure that I still enjoyed the day, even though, I was stuck at home.
Right. You couldn't walk the stage.
Right. But it was still nice.
The Ohio State graduation don't be a joke.
Oh,
I mean, if
over
you ever been to one of them,
people.
Oh my Lord. It's not a... So before we wrap this up, anything you want to say to someone out there that's going to go into this journey, any advice or anything out there, or any information that you want to share, but with the way we take drugs or anything out there to put out there, that's you're more welcome to.
Okay. So I would say, if you're trying to get into pharmacy, know exactly why you want to get into it. Not because of money, because of course the money is nice, but
the money there.
But just remember,
how much
taxes,
you are making?
I don't know. Just the money is nice, but taxes are going to cut into a lot of it. Okay. So know that you're doing it because you want to help people.
That's right.
and not just because of the money. Because at the end of the day, if you're miserable doing it, it's really not worth it. It's not worth it. I've met a lot of pharmacists who they're not happy and they'll try and persuade you to do something else. But if you, in your heart, you know that this is what you want to do, then go ahead, do it. It's not easy. There's the pharmacy career right now, it's not where it used to be 5 years ago. So as far as the job market, it is getting a little tougher. So let me be real. It's not as easy. Not many people aren't just getting jobs like that. You have to work at it, have good relationships with different companies, different people, so that at the end of it, you either get a job or you go into residency. And that's something we didn't talk about.
Okay.
Like different paths in pharmacy school.
Okay.
Okay, so once you graduate, you can go into residency, which that just means a little bit more training.
Okay.
And residencies are 1 or 2 years.
Okay.
And that's usually geared toward hospital pharmacy. So the pharmacists in the hospital, they do many different things like IVs and stuff like that. And I'm more in the community pharmacy, like CVS's and Targets, Walgreens, and we don't have to do the residencies, the extra training.
Okay.
So I chose that for myself because I didn't want to do more schooling.
Okay. Okay.
And I've been in retail for 6 years now, and I like the fast pace of it.
Okay.
So that's something you also have to determine for yourself. Some people start out in pharmacy school saying, oh, I'm going to be a hospital doctor. That's what I thought.
That's what you thought. Okay.
And then at the end of it, I was like, I don't think that's for me. So give yourself the wiggle room to do what you can do. And don't be like, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and stick to it if you're not happy. Okay? But before you get into pharmacy school and waste all the money, well, it's not a waste. It's not a waste if you actually love it.
Okay.
But there's some people who started out and then realize it's not for them. So before you do that, actually dig in within yourself and see if you do enjoy it. You can get a job at a pharmacy as a technician and see how it's like.
Okay.
Or at the hospital, and that will get your feet wet a little bit. So that's my little advice.
That's her little advice, and she's sticking to it. So once again, this has been Journey to Success. Now, before we wrap up, I'm gonna push Sister Sylvia to the hot seat. Okay,
oh my goodness.
The hot seat, the hot seat. So, your favorite Ghanaian food?
Ooh, yehu.
Yewo. Lil Wayne or Ejako?
Hey,
And why?
little Ejako,
Ejako.
because you know he's the OG.
He's the OG.
Yeah.
Your favorite type of music?
R&B.
R&B. What about in Africa? What's your favorite type of African music?
Oh, like Afro beats. I really like a King Promise, of course.
Promise.
Who doesn't?
Okay. Okay. Daddy Lumba or Kojanji?
Ooh, Daddy Lumba.
Daddy Lumba.
Yes.
And why?
Oh, it's just his beat. Kojo Entry is more like my parents' vibe, in my opinion.
Oh, really? But Daddy Lumba is more of your vibe. They're both like 100 years old.
I know that they're both old, but like Kojo Entry, when was his newest song?
That's true. He don't release a lot of new songs. That's true. That's true. Your ideal type of man.
Oh, I already have one, so it's in my head.
It's in your head. Hey, it is caught. So once again, this has been Cash Mo, and I'm with Sister Sylvia. Anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
Well, it was a pleasure doing this with you. I
right.
could talk a lot, but if anyone has any questions, you can always reach out to me. I love to help people to get to where they want to be. Even if it's not pharmacy, at least I navigated through a medical program. So
Right.
if you have any questions about that, I'm happy to help.
All right. Any social media handle you want to put out?
Oh yeah, my Instagram is Silvia. That's SILVIA _21.
Okay. Follow her only to ask about medical questions. Not
I'm
about,
private, so
yeah, not about anything else, because she said she is taken. So this has been Cash Mo, and this is Journey to Success. Subscribe, and hit the bell icon, right?
Yeah.
May God bless you all for watching, and I'll see you.
Have
Peace
a good
out.
one.